Um, Applying for postgraduate coursework is different than how you apply for postgraduate research work. It can be master's by research or PhD. Um, Often, for example, when you apply for coursework, you actually go through the admission team. You apply to the university for respective unit course. It can be bachelor, it can be master's, and you apply to the admission um, department, and they actually process your application. But when you want to pursue um, research, which can be master's by research or PhD by research, um, there are a few steps you need to follow. You just cannot directly apply. So, the step number one, um, the first step is you need to find out the potential supervisor who can supervise you. So, let's you want to apply for master's research or PhD in one of the university in Australia, and um, say if I consider my field as an example, then say networking. You want to pursue a research in software-defined networking or Internet of Things. So what do you have to do? The first thing that you have to do, you have to go to the different universities. Now again, you could have a choice. You might, for example, if you want to come to Melbourne, then you go to University of Melbourne, RMIT, Victoria University, La Trobe University. You go to the website of this university, go to the respective relevant college or school, and you see the profile of the different academics and see which academic has a close match to your research interest. So, for example, someone wants to pursue a PhD in software-defined networking or application of SDN in IoT, then he starts looking to the different academics, their profile, their publication, and their research interest. Then this is the first step. So you do a short list. The second step, you communicate with them. So you write an email to these academics saying that expressing your interest. So this email has to be very brief. You should not make this email too long, too lengthy. Usually, I recommend that a candidate should briefly introduce himself or herself. Then he should highlight some of his bright side, say very good academic record in terms of result, or if he has already got one or two publication or some research activities. And then he should also express his interest on the research topic. In this email, what you could also do, you could attach your academic transcript, you could attach your CV, and if it is possible, which is really appreciable or really draw the attention, is if you have one or two research proposal handy, then you can send them as well. Now, some of the supervisor might ask you to write a research proposal with a given topic, so that because they want to test you whether you can, whether you have the potentiality to do the research or not. Now, when you send an email, it does not guarantee that they will reply. Few reasons: they are not interested in you. The second could be they are already overloaded. They cannot take any more candidate under their supervision, etc. However, some of them will reply you. If any of the potential supervisor replies you, the third phase, now you can apply. Okay. Now, if any supervisor or any academic agrees to supervise you, now you can consult with him for second supervisor, because in third step, when you go for launching the application, you need to fill one of the segment of the form where you need to put your supervisor's name. So the person who agreed to supervise you, his name, and any of the suggested name from him as a second supervisor. Because some of the universities ask you to put two supervisors' names, some of the universities ask you to put one supervisor's name. And when you launch the application, some of the universities' application form also has a tick box where you just put a tick and they will automatically consider you for scholarship as well. Some university wants you to launch your scholarship application separately. So if you go to university's website, again there is a graduate research scholarship section. Read that page because I would highly recommend you, if it is possible to get a scholarship, then get a scholarship, because getting a scholarship in coursework is, specifically in Australia, is next to almost zero, but someone could get full scholarship for research program. There are a lot of scholarship programs you need to shop around. One could get both tuition fees and also accommodation. One could get only tuition fees, but many of the students also come with their government funding. For example, some of our students from Middle East, they have their government funding, so they when they come, their government pays their tuition fees plus their accommodation. While for my case, for example, when I came in Australia to pursue my PhD, Victorian government there was a scholarship called Victorian International Research Scholarship that covered my tuition fees and accommodation as well. In another separate video, it is better to explain how to write a research proposal. I can answer or I can explain how to write a research proposal briefly in a separate video. Best of luck with the people who want to pursue research. Well, one thing I must want to say, if you don't have a passion toward the research, then please don't come for post-graduation by research. You should go for post-graduation by research only if you have a passion. Otherwise, it's better to choose coursework, because coursework has a very specific expectation. You go, you fulfill the expectation, you pass the unit, and you finish the degree. But research, you need passion, right? If you don't have a passion, then it is really hard for someone to